Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Animal Crossing. So today we're gonna be doing some dream address tours. I'm gonna straight ahead hop in and get some sleep. I know it's early for a nap, but it is what it is. No, I haven't actually dreamed on this account. Like, I've saved my dream address, but this is the first time actually visiting another dream on this this island. So, should we do surprise me just until, you know, somebody comes and they're like, I wouldn't mind a dream tour. Let's close our eyes and relax. Dream of sunset. Okay. Sounds pretty chill. Hi, Sean. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Okay, I like the flag. Okay, so we've got sunset flag as well. And this is post 2.0 update. I'm immediately gonna take a looky-see up in here. Let's take a look. See what we got nice. Okay, so we've got a variation of the aeroplane flag, and that's the only thing uploaded. That's fine. Let me just plug my mobile into my computer before it loses its mind, because it's upsetty spaghetti at me right now. Okay, there we go. Let's continue on. Can I? Yes, I can view. Ooh, we got a bunch of pathing going on. So who have we got here? We've got Asa, Phoebe, Curly, Meringue, Broccolo, Fang, Lucky, Tex, Spike, Tangy, and Anchor. Okay, and the dream address is at the bottom if anybody else would like to check this one out. In fact, let's look at where our airport is, down and to the left. So let's immediately come down here. We've got Blue Airport. Got vaulting pole and ladder. Okay, okay. I see you. Got our friendo down here. How'd I get here? Man's as confused as I am, apparently. Okay, simple beach moment. I think this is Phoebe's house. Yeah. Got it all decorated outside. Some of these houses may be decorated inside, which will be a curious thing to notice. But I don't think I'm gonna look in all of the villager houses because I don't want to go through all of the loading screens for them not to be. So we've got a little football pitch moment. Okay. I was gonna say that these were the like where you plant your money trees, but quite clearly not. Little extension to the plaza and museum moment. So this is pretty simple island. Not too bad. I remember when my original island looked like this, if I'm honest. And in part, I miss it. Okay. So Fang, I believe this house belongs to. Hello? Yeah. Fang has got a little beach yard moment, and then there's a more public beach area next to it. Okay. Definitely got some activities to be doing here. Decorated captain's area, which is always nice. Cheeky little moment for the Able sisters. They carpool to work together every morning. Better for the environment. Okay, someone's got some outdoor cooking. Spike. In for the noms. That's fair. My friend Spike is also in for the noms. Got stargazing area. Little onsen moment. More step down. Oh, we've got some shark models hiding out here. Okay, okay. Once again, keeping the beaches and things fairly simple. Some mixed pathing. Broccolo's house. Broccolo, clearly a friend of the small critters. Okay. Showing off some of our like Japanese style attire and such and such. Got some space moment out on the back. Okay. Oh, pipe. That's going to take me down by the airport. Yeah. Okay, okay. So we got gym behind the plaza. Ooh. Having your campsite tucked away in a space like this, a little less natural, more glamping than camping, is a situation. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing how it's all interconnected. It's nice and easy to travel around. A little park here. And this is an item I haven't seen yet. Okay, we've got the nooks. We've got this boyo out here making sure that they're working hard and not hardly working. Okay, we got some options over here for directions to take. Got a nice winding path around here, which takes you back over here. Everything's interconnected. And all of the vines to climb up and down as well. Got a little Mario moment going on over here. Had to be done. And instead of an incline, ladders down to the secret beach. Okay. Your switch just died. That's unfortunate timing. We've got Anchor up here. She's got a yellow flower bed to match her yellow house. Got some sand pathing and some Egyptian vibes going on up here. Flower bed surrounding this area. Ooh, got a nice convenient ladder down there to save us going all the way back round. Somebody's got a nice little garden out here. Tangy. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we got another convenient ladder here. We got our farm moment, which is more than I can say for my farm. This is where the island gets all of its power, although these don't appear to be doing very much for us right now. But there's plenty of daylight left for the solar panels yet. Looks like a Raymond house moment. But I don't remember seeing Raymond. Who else's house looks like this? Tex. Tex has got a similar exterior to Raymond. Interesting. Interesting. A little crafting bench moment here as well. Okay. And the owner's house itself has got like a little bit of everything going on around it. I know somebody that would be very happy to see the coffee machine out here. Let's take a look inside. You did the form. Awesome. Okay. Got some fish and bugs. Camera moment going on here. Like, that's a heavy duty camera. What are we filming? Are you like a part of a wildlife? Well, not wildlife, but like a documentary about like fossils and stuff? I don't know. Somebody's... That's a hefty camera if you're doing this kind of thing at home. Like a real hefty camera. Okay. Bunch of stuff to do. This space feels well lived in. Well lived in. Okay, and we've got a kitchen. Got plenty of delicious food sat out. Good grief. Okay, got all of the things. We got a couple of different cooker options. We got a cooker over here to melt the bottom of your toaster. We've got, obviously, the wood burning stove situation. Heating your kettle over there. And then you've got like a more traditional cooker that people would have more usually now. So you've got some options. Although I wouldn't necessarily recommend this as an option, because this is how you melt a toaster and start a house fire. That, and to be fair, before now, when we didn't have so many sink options and things, like, I could see how that's a valid way to do it. Just put something on top of it to hide it. I've done it myself, personally. think I found something a little bit more filling for that space to hide it than... Wow. Okay. Well, this is quite something. Literally stopped me in my tracks and in my speech. Now, there have been occasions where I have referred to my bathroom habits as exercising the demons. But I think this takes the cake in reference to that kind of thing. Okay. I have a long-running joke with an old friend of mine, and anytime he goes, "Oh, I'll be right back a second," the joke is that he is going number 2, and I always say, just remember to light a candle this time, please, please. Obviously he never does, because rarely what he's doing is actually, you know, dropping his kids off at the pool, slaying the brown dragon, whatever you want to call it. But it entertains me to imply that that's what's happening. And if he excuses himself more often, I ask him if he's feeling alright, if something's upset his stomach. Hi, baby! Okay, games room. Another games room moment. So there are a lot of different vibes going on in this house. Makes it feel cozy though. Yeah, dropping his kids off at the pool. Laying a grunt sculpture. Oh, how many ways do you need to say that he's doing a poo? Okay. We're a well-decorated veteran of the game, quite clearly. Got all of the things, and they're quite proudly displaying them in here. As well as like a little bedroom moment. Got 2 desks, 2 beds, like there's a whole situation going on here. Although, are you really happy if you have to keep your suitcase next to your bed? Okay, okay. We got a party moment going on down here. Interesting. So you can chill in there in the hot tub pool moment, and you've got a TV down here that's probably at a more comfortable angle than the one up on the wall for you if you're in here. Got some music stuff going on. Got a jam, sing song, DJ sesh. I'm not roasting anything. What's wrong with what I said? I haven't roasted anything. I mean, we can do island roast if somebody is there like, I would like an island roast. We can definitely do that. But not without the person's consent, obviously. And even though, like, this person isn't somebody that put their island in the form, this is a surprise me kind of moment. I'm not about to roast somebody that isn't a willing participant in that situation. So I think I've seen everything on this one. Let's wake up. I'm 100% sure that I've got like at least the majority a lot of your dream addresses somewhere and all over the place. But I don't know. Roasting dream addresses. I'm sure there's somebody that's into that, but it's not me personally. I wouldn't be bothered one way or another if somebody wanted to do it, honestly. But everybody's different. So let's view responses. Because we have a dream address. I would like to dream. Yes, please connect me to the internet. Oh dear. Are you sure about that, Sean? I don't know. I don't consider anything that I did on that last island roasting it. So I I don't know. Maybe I'd be more of a natural at it than I'd assume, because I had no idea I was roasting anything. Okay, Sean wants some honest feedback. Dang. Let's try it again. Have I typed this in wrong? 3820 9688 0233. Okay, I think this one has been typed into the form wrong. You can pop it in the chat for me. It's just the last few numbers that's wrong. That's okay. Nice and easy. Easy done. I'm absolutely terrible for doing that. Yep, let's search by dream address. Let's try this again. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh. 3820 9688 02. Hi, Rachel. 32. Okay, let's try this one. That one seems much better. Yes. Yes, that's the one. Okay, so let's take a sneaky peek at this one. And I see another admission to the form. We've got ourselves a lurky turkey. Yeah, I saw the submission before you even said hello. Welcome in, Joan. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. And we'll get to yours after this one. And Sean wants some honest feedback on this. So I'm immediately gonna go and take a sneaky peeky look over here. Love looking at what people, what codes people make. People are more creative than you give them credit for. Almost always. Okay, we got some America face paint. Okay. Irish flag. Okay, okay, okay. I see, I see. We got some stuff going on. Well, we'll see how roasty toasty this really gets. Okay. So we've got a map that looks pretty simple, but obviously because design codes and stuff don't show up, it could literally be anything right now. You can't tell much from this. So we've got Sean all the way over there. We've got Bonbon, Coco, Biscuit, Eric, Teddy, Boomer, Panchetti, Poppy, Deli, and Molly. A lot of E. Okay. Like, we've got a good mix of villagers. They're all, like, fairly neutral-ish colours, warm tones. So I'm wondering if this is going to be, like, a cottagecore, autumn kind of vibe island. But we'll see. Like, we've got some cuties that are like a pretty standard, and then some ones that you don't see very often. So I like a good mix. You know, each to their own. Wait, where was the airport? Okay, we're down and to the right, which is not usually the direction I have to go. Okay. Green airport. Not much can be said about that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And I'd like to say, actually, looking at the map, this is not a terrible map to start off with. The rivers kind of look like no waterscaping has been done, or and I don't think the back cliffs have really been terraformed either. There is some terraforming up the front that's obviously not come with the island. So we have our entrance, of which there isn't really one. Like, here's an apple tree. I'm gonna rob your apples. Some of the river has been terraformed. Okay. Because it looks pretty much like... I can imagine that you would have terraformed parts maybe to fit in some of the bridges. But from the map, it kind of looks like it could have quite easily come that way. I'm just gonna eat one of these. For no good reason. So we've got all of these rivers and stuff, but we haven't been left a vaulting pole or ladder or anything anywhere. Okay. Now, because there's no pathing or anything here, I don't really know which way to go, so I'm just gonna go right and work my way around. Okay, we've got a singular pattern on this beach. Absolutely nothing here. Got... Oh, there's a missing poster on here. I like this code. Especially on the worn out version of this. Looks kind of good. We got a little farm. Is it completely blocked off? Why? Oh, I assume that you've put this in and you've forgotten that you've put these here because you've had somebody over to the island and you don't want them picking your stuff. So next time you might wanna open this up before you save your dream. I like the path. I think doesn't really suit the snow. It is very, very autumn core vibes though, with the log cabin and you know the path and your little farm with the pumpkins. I feel like I'd got the right vibe from it from the very beginning. I like the combination of pathings. This right here feels incredibly random. Like you were just like, oh, I like this item. Let me just slam it down somewhere and maybe hide something. Is there something awful going on back here? I don't know. I can't see anything awful. Why are you trying to hide things? Seems sus. So there's not much else going on out in front of here. I don't know what this is. The animal pen, potentially. In the back, we've got even more farm up in the back. Okay. This is clearly an area that was made from the front and then the stuff around it is not done. I can see that. This little garden kind of looks like when... that I also can't like scoot past or anything. You've got to come around the house to get to this house. Wow. This is like the stuff that your villager asks for in the very start, no? Those are the kinds of things that generally once I've got 3 stars I pick up because they don't really look good. Like you can make them look good, I guess, but they're not the best. The hippie hoppy. I mean, I suppose if you're trying to somewhat conceal Town Hall, it makes sense to have it near enough completely surrounded. So I can see why that's the case. Because it doesn't really fit your vibe. So I assume this is your gyroid situation, maybe? Interesting. And a random patch of flowers. Also interesting. I mean, I can see that this yard has been decorated, but I'm not really, like, it's getting the bamboo vibe. For sure. But we've got a mud bath that's filled with pee. And then food right here. Am I supposed to wash my hands in here after touching that dirty bath? I don't. Like, I can kind of understand that you're going for maybe a more oriental vibe going on over here. Maybe Japanese, onsen, peaceful with the water flowing. I'm not really getting the at peace from this, personally. I feel like if I'm getting in here, the fortune I'm going to get out of this cookie is tomorrow you will be dropping your kids off at the pool with great urgency. Okay. We like a good leaf pile moment, especially if there's a tree nearby so that it makes sense. We've got some interesting terraforming. So I like that this is sunken. That's pretty cool, but it doesn't make sense with anything around it. Like, I feel like if you're going to do a sunken area, you want a big built-up area and then have the sunken bit within that. So that you can appreciate it from above so that it feels sunken. Like, I feel like... Oh, I didn't actually mean to run in there. I feel like the museum is just sort of plopped here and could do with moving. Because there's no bells or whistles, nothing important about it. So surely you either create a space for it or you hide it. Like, you could do what everybody else does and build it into a castle or something somewhere, but something's got to be better than this, especially when it's cutting off the space that you've done this. You could have a whole built up area of terraforming where this is, because the museum isn't giving me anything here. Okay, and then we've got like a little onsen rock garden moment. I don't know about you, but I'd feel a little bit exposed having a bath here and being watched over by the tent up there. But that's you know, each to their own. Everybody's different. Got a little path behind here to a little secret spot. By any chance, are your favourite flowers white lilies? Because there's a lot of them and not a lot of variety in this space. And although for some of the more like Japanese style areas, like I've done some little peace garden type things and I'll put lilies in them myself personally. I'm always torn by it because I don't know about where you live, but where I live, lilies are the kind of flower that you have at a funeral, so they're kind of a bit of a somber moment and not so much a peaceful one. So I'm torn by the vibe of this, if I'm honest. Not to mention they're a bit much. There's too many. There needs to be some variety, like copy and paste. Copy and paste. I know all of the things, Sean. Don't you worry. Okay. So we've got nothing down here. Hi, Bonbon. Are you... Excuse me? I'm going to snuff that out immediately. What? Like, this might be a reminder for something that you had planned. But, it's got absolutely no place being there. We've got a random moment here. Although I suppose having the lighthouse on these rocks specifically makes more sense than having it just on a random part of the beach, I guess. And it's a little bit more variety than your standard. Let's land this on the peninsula. So I'll give you that much. But, got a lost item over here as well. We have another garden that just has some peach items. Who is this? Panchetti. Panchetti, what did you do to deserve this? I'm confused. I'm assuming that the villagers that have these gardens have been given gardens to reach 3 stars and for no other purpose, because they're pretty low effort. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. You've got peaches. 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 I don't know why you chose blue for this. I take it because these are kind of an orangey colour and they've got a blue door, so here's some blue. But I'm failing to understand. I want Panchetti off my island. Is that why she's got a questionable garden? Okay. But then if you want her off of your island, how come some of the other ones that you haven't mentioned you want off of your island, like Boomer. Boomer doesn't have a garden. He gets absolutely nothing. Or is that the treat? The treat is you don't get a terrible garden. That having nothing is marginally better. Okay, so we've got absolutely nothing on the beaches. Ah, because Sydney used to live there. Now, Sydney I'd rather have than Panchetti, personally. But each to their own. Sometimes you gotta trust the process. We have so many flowers up here. So many cosmos specifically that I'm gonna go ahead and assume that your native flower is Cosmo. Which makes it even worse to me with all of those white lilies over in that one area without any variation, because it means that they weren't like an overgrown flower because that they were your native or something. It means you purposefully went and bought those to put there. Well, this is something. I mean, I suppose it's good for, like, releasing some tension if you want to run through some flowers and ruin some stuff. It's good for that, if nothing else. Christ. These upper areas are all just filled, yeah? Dang, how much time travelling do you have to do to get all of this? I have never had an island like this, I'd like to add. I've never allowed my island to get like this. This is... I don't think... I think it would incredibly inhibit my ability to decorate if I had to dig up like 1,000,000 flowers before I started. What? Your character is a young man dressed as an old man. Okay. So we got hipster vibe going on, for sure. For sure, for sure. So this says campsite. Oh, right at the very back, that's where the campsite is. I mean, honestly, you've got that dirt path in other places, and you've clearly thought out, like, this is where the entrance to the campsite is. So why is there no, like, pathing situation to be like, this is the campsite? If you're having somebody visit, you want direction, you want the path for flow purposes. Okay, and then we're back around to this one. What else is here? We've got Abel's, which has got a bit of... First of all, the water around the back is... I don't know. Oh, I want to be able to run everywhere. Everywhere. There are a lot of points where your flow, when you're just running around, sort of stop. How do I get over there? Okay, let's look at this here first. So we've got Nux. Nux is on its own little island with... Who's this? Eric. Eric is another one that just has the starter items for his garden and a little wooden path thing. Not a lot going on here. This is definitely a function over form. This. I don't know about you. Is somebody that plays the piano from time to time? It hurts my feelings that this is outside. Not to mention, it's a bit random. Customize his house interior though. Eric's house interior is done. We gotta go and have a look at this now. Now this I like. This feels cozy. Like, I'm not even mad about the fact that you can't use the sofas, because honestly, I feel like that's an Animal Crossing problem and not so much a design problem. Especially when you're limited to the amount of space. You can't make them any bigger when you customize villager houses. There is very little room to move around in here, but you don't really need it. My issue would be in here. You know when Eric's crafting something? Does he uproot this wardrobe? Because this is usually where their crafting or cooking station would go, in this corner. And like, he's got an area where he could cook here, I guess. I believe you can use that for cooking. But at some point he's going to need a crafting table that's going to appear somewhere, and it's going to replace a piece of furniture. And I feel like that hasn't been taken into consideration here. But other than that, I appreciate the room for what it is, as it is. Raymond calls the Statue of Liberty a curse. What? I feel like that's an incredibly rude thing to call the Statue of Liberty, considering, like, its purpose and meaning. Okay. Yeah, I know crafting tables ruin the mood, but it's something that your character is going to do. Like, a piece of your hard work and decoration will be removed when he crafts something. So I've got to go, to get to this house over here, I've got to run all the way around here. Whose house is this that's blocked off over here? Coco. Are you like an antisocial person, Coco? That you have to have a one-way system? Is Coco a moiderer? Is that why she has to funnel somebody down this thin strip to lead them to a dead end where she like bludgeons them or something? And why is her yard just a bunch of stuff that's dropped? I feel like, you know where you had the like bamboo situation going on down by the front, where you were like starting to work on an area that was like more Japanesey style over here. My question is, why is Molly's house here and not Coco's house? Because Coco's house better fits this style that's going on here. I feel like Molly's house would probably be better suited to more the style you've got around your own home. Or maybe closer to the water because she's a duck. But I'm not sure about this mishmash of things. I feel like Coco would prefer this vibe. But there's absolutely nothing on the beaches to see. All of the top levels are crammed full of flowers, so there's nothing up there. I think what you need is some pathing to give you some like a legitimate route around the island, so you're not just like figuring out where to go, so it feels more like there's a natural flow to it. Clearly need to clean out all of the flowers at the top, but I wouldn't worry about that until you're done decorating down here, I guess. Like, that can be like a last minute thing, because we all know how much of a drag it is to dig up all of those flowers. Did we go inside the house? I don't even remember going in the house. Let's go inside the house. Like, I like the start. I like the area around the house. I like Eric's interior. This interior isn't terrible either. I feel like if you're gonna have a living room situation where you're doing sofa, table, TV, I'd probably have the sofa be the thing that's out in the middle of the room and have the TV against the wall, personally. But I suppose either way works, because usually TVs are plugged into something, and I don't know what this is plugged into. And an old-fashioned TV like that doesn't work by magic. I can tell you that much for sure. Okay, we got a nice warm kitchen with some modern touches. We got a lot of sparkles going on here. I don't know why there's a timer on this seat. The idea of a gyroid being in here, having some cookies. I like that. Nothing inherently wrong with this. I'm failing to understand the shiny timers. But maybe there's like an in-joke or something that I'm missing here. Just realised that it's the same in here. Thing that shiny is a timer. What? I really feel like there's an inside joke I'm missing about these hourglasses being all shiny. Okay. So we've got like a man cave den situation back here. I don't know what man cave has a bunch of clothes in, but that's... I don't know, each to their own. I suppose there may be somebody like that. Then again, I suppose this has also been used as somewhat of a storage area, so maybe it does make sense. This is like, ex-wife relegated you to the back room, and this is where you live now. You sleep on the sofa, and that's your wardrobe. Hi, Bubby. Let's go and check out some of the other rooms now that we're out of the divorcee's man cave. Okay. More shiny timers. I feel like this is a prelude to an existential crisis. Like, why am I thinking about, like, the passage of time so much? Because all of the timers are shiny and it's bringing attention to them. I mean, it's a little bit empty in here, but I mean, it's pretty standard. It's a bathroom. It's got some more old school touches. We've got a bubble blowing baby over in the bath. So we got some nice touches in there. It's definitely heading in the right direction. a lore and story. Is that lore existential crisis? Because I'm having one from thinking about all of these timers and trying to figure out why they're all shiny. What is happening? I'm really, really worried. Is this secretly, I don't know, some sort of like spoopy, you're making this for Halloween and it's going to be like a moider situation? No, I already figured that out earlier. Coco's the moiderer. Okay, I like the gyroid tucked in the back there. Having the canopy above the bed is a nice touch, bringing it forwards. Got a present hiding over there. This room's nice. I don't mind this. It's got a nice combination. I like the fact that the lights are off and there's all of these light emitting things within the room. I like doing that for a bedroom. Having like a bunch of little things that give off light and turning the lights off to create ambience. The exasperated deep sigh. This is sus. Deeply sus behaviour. And we've got a dummy and some flames and a smoker and a witch's brew with Is this where you get all of your ingredients for this potion? These are all ingredients. Does that make him an ingredient too? Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna leave. Just gonna leave. I want no part of becoming a part of whatever's in that cauldron. Please and thank you. I will be taking my leave now. That's what powers the TV. Eye of Newton. Oh no. Making a potion that powers the TV. Yeah, just pour this like basically stew onto this real old TV and yeah, magical electricity happens so that it doesn't need to be plugged into anything. Okay. Let's try another one. Thank you for sharing your island with us, Sean. Honestly, some of the areas that you've started, that you've done around the house, and some of the other small areas I enjoyed. There's clearly a lot left to do, and it's a work in progress that I don't fully understand. But I look forward to seeing where it goes. I really do. Okay. So we have some other options. So we've got Joan. Joan has submitted her island. Their island, I should say. I would like to dream. Okay, that seems fair. Yeah, I should imagine that a newer TV wouldn't run on slop. So we have 940. No, I'm already typing it in wrong. 9040. Okay. 7, 9, 6. 2, 4, 3, 5. Well, let's see whether I actually typed it in right now. Okay, so we've got a stolen treehouse moment. An island called Mystic. Yes, that is the name that I have been provided. Okay, so I can remove this one from the list. Okay, somebody's messaged me. Oh, that's a heavy message, dang. Okay. Well, let's not let this take away from anything else that's going on. Wow. I'm before I start touring this island, I'm gonna take a moment to make myself a drink and take a breath and a stretch to decompress the news I've just received, and I will be right back after that. Okay, and we're back. And I have a drink and a snack. Stretch my legs, been to the bathroom, wash my hands, all that good jazz. And I hope everybody took the time to do some of those things for themselves. Okay, now let's open our eyes and experience this island. Okay, so we have no design portal on this one, so all of the designs are going to be from other users. Either that or they're just not posted. Although I'm seeing some that are from other users immediately, straight out the gate. And I wonder, because I've seen parts of this island on other streams, I think, in passing, I think I'd be interested to see if what it would look like if Joan made some custom designs. I'd be interested to see them. So we have a like stained glass vibe for the flag, but I think she said need a new flag for this island. So okay. Also, some small areas are not done. It's always the way, because you make big areas and then you sort of stitch them together with smaller areas. So smaller areas are always the last to be done. And they're usually harder to do because you have to make it a little bit more cohesive. Not good at making custom designs. Okay, so let's take a looky-see in here. So who we got? We got Dakota. And who? I was going to say Sarah or Sarah, but Syra? Interesting. Rio, Toby, Chrissy, Francine, Shino, Keaton, Quinn, Sasha, Ione, and Petrie. Okay, so we've got a good mix of old and new. We've got a couple of new ones, a couple of old ones. I like having the Bubblegum KK sisters got their own little spot up here. We've got a little nod to the Sanrio situation with Toby. So we've got an interesting one. And Quinn and Keaton are villagers that I don't see very often either. Interesting. So we've got some really interesting looking water terraforming on this map and some little dots of pathing here and there, which I'm interested to see what those are. I'm imagining if you're doing like single tile of pathing, it's usually because you're trying to plant palm trees. Or in my experience, that's what it usually is. Either that or you're going for like a mixed, almost like quilt style path situation where you've got mixed codes and some things that are a normal path. But we'll see when we get to them. So, airport is down to the left. But I think we have to go this way to get to it, by the look of it. Excuse me? Oh, I'm seeing it. I'm an idiot. There is a path. It's just slightly hidden behind a tree. I like that we've got a donation box and you've got a coin dropped for it as well. Before we even get to the airport. Okay, so we have a very clear welcome kind of area. Pretty standard. We've got some new things up on these cliffs. Okay. And then you come out to a more open area where you can actually see the resident services. So we're not hiding this one. We do have a vaulting pole and ladder for this one, which is nice to be given the option. But here's the thing, is I think most people would probably walk this way off the start, because this, to your left after you've come from here, you can see some more points of interest. So I feel like most people would walk this way. We got big, like, Joshua Tree moment, or whatever it's called. Whose house is this? Is this Shino? Yeah, okay. So Shino's got, like, all these neutral colours with the bamboo, mush lamp, snail. She's got a lot of neutral colours going on, which goes well with her house. Not over decorated, and it's kind of a little bit hidden as well. Give her some privacy. What music was that? Where, in here? I don't know, it doesn't tell me. Let's see if this... Oh, I believe I recognise this design that's on the ground. Is this a Pee-wee design? I believe this is a Pee-wee design. Music to the left. I don't hear any other music over here. I'm confused by this music. Okay. Let's go back up here. We've got like the French vibes going on up here. Got this little music area. We've got like a lot going on here, but I can imagine this being like in a European style town, having this kind of area with all of this stuff going on outdoors. I believe this is the cafe music. Could be wrong though. I don't remember what it's called. Is it Cafe KK or something? I don't know. Could be very well wrong. Then we've got a building over here, which I completely missed the path again, but that's okay. Yeah, American flag tells me more than enough. More than enough. We do... Here's the thing. I enjoy these buildings because they're new, but I think once the novelty of doing this is over, I think they'll become pretty rare, because then people will be forced to be a little bit more creative than this. Because I feel like everybody has one of these at the moment. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, doing your own take on something doesn't make it wrong just because everybody else has done their own take on it too. But I look forward to seeing the progression of what this kind of build becomes in the future. Okay, we've got nooks with the papers outside. I like this little touch here, and a little delivery. Just adding a little something. We've got the tailors, and they've also got some stuff going on out here. And this moves on from the little beach area we saw earlier. Ooh. So we got some meal going on here. It's a good thing that there are some boards on this beach here, so that there is actually disabled access for this wheelchair. Because I'm going to tell you now, as somebody who has disabled friends who use mobility aids and wheelchairs and such, and somebody who has my own mobility aids, although I'm not wheelchair bound by any means, I don't think people realise how difficult it is. Like, you cannot take a wheelchair on a beach because the wheels will just sink in, and then how are you going to get that person out of that situation if they're unable to carry their own weight, for example? So having something that is legitimately disabled access with the boards, I enjoy and appreciate this touch. More than most people would. I think most people wouldn't even notice. They'd be like, why did you use the wheelchairs and not chairs? But I appreciate that. We have a little garden centre moment here, which honestly, having this so close to this, I quite enjoy. Because here's the thing, like, if you take somebody who's maybe not, doesn't have as much enrichment in their life because they have a lack of independence through disability and what have you, taking them to somewhere where there's new sights and sounds and smells and things is great. So the beach is great. You get to feel the sand between your toes, the brisk winds, and you know, the spray of the salty sea water and things like that. Great. But I tell you now, taking somebody like that to a garden centre with all of the lights, indoor space, outdoor space, all of the different plants and their different smells and their different textures, where they can just like reach their hand out and like brush through like all of these different bushes or something, as long as it's not something prickly, obviously, is actually such an enriching experience for somebody that doesn't get much stimulation on a daily basis. They're just sat at home and there's not a lot they can do, especially if they're not like you get the people that can do like I'm doing right now, and they're dexterous enough to play a game and have that release and escape. And then you get the people that aren't dexterous enough to do those things, and they need a lot more assistance. And taking them to a little place like this, ideal, in my opinion. Or I don't know, I've taken them to like Sea Life Centre, where there's like the You get to see all of the different fishes and learn about them, and there's all different like lighting scenarios. Some parts of it are indoors and outdoors. Lots of different smells as well. And then there's the like kids area where you can like touch some of the fish and starfish and things like that. Like it's a really, really good enrichment for those kinds of people that don't get much stimulation in their life. So I enjoy that that's like right next door to the disabled access beach. We got a chill little area over here. I believe this is supposed to be a bus stop, but clearly not what it's being used for here. I also didn't use it as a bus stop. We have what is clearly a vine for decoration. I believe this one's also a vine for decoration. I think I was right about all of the patches of the path as well. That the one tile paths is pretty much always because you're planting palm trees. Okay, so we've got house up here. And it's nice that you don't have to have a spare what do you call it? A spare ramp or incline for your house, that you can literally just throw a ladder up there. So your character just says welcome. Got a pretty simple area, keeping it natural. Let's go and take a look inside. Here in Ireland, when a river tour company won the lotto, they spent some of the money on making their boats wheelchair and disabled people accessible. 10 out of 10. 100 points to them. 10 points to Gryffindor. Whatever. Yeah, they can take my money. Because honestly, there are some things that could be more accessible. Like, there is a massive difference between accessible design and universal design, 100%. And I think most people that don't experience disability in their life, whether personally or through friends or family, don't understand the difference. But honestly, I think I will take accessible design over nothing for sure, but I think we should really be aiming for more universal design. Okay. So we've got a nice warm room. We're looking pretty old school with the dark wood, the antique furniture, keeping it fairly simple. And we don't actually have the radio on or music playing. We've just got the little Gyroid twings and twangs. Got a bag on the floor. And I got one of these recently, and they're actually kind of discerning and uncomfortable because of the way that they wobble. Let's take a look at some of the other rooms before I get weirded out by this wiggly bag. Okay, so we've got a kitchen that literally looks like it should either be in the basement of a castle or on a pirate ship, like a combination of the two. With a couple of modern touches, but not enough to like throw it out of whack. I like this. I like the using the barrels as tables. Not something I had ever considered before now, but it makes better use of the space without making it more straight lines. It's making it a little bit more dynamic. We like this. I got myself a snack while I was gone as well, so I have... What are these called? I've had them before, but I haven't had them for a very long time. So I've got what we call flips, and they're milk chocolate coated pretzels. So you might hear some crunching. But if you didn't come for an occasional crunch or slurp from my drink, then I don't know what you're here for. Hi Gary, welcome in. Okay. So we've got a bathroom moment, and this is a little bit brighter than the other rooms. Like, we've still got some dark touches in here, but overall a bit brighter, I think mainly because of the flooring. We've gone golden toilet and adding in some golden touches. Interesting. But then again, I suppose your toilet options, I suppose you've only really got one. You've got the more modern ones. I think I probably would have gone for not the tankless toilet. There's like the standard toilet that has the option for the wooden seat and lid. I think probably would have gone with this, but I don't know if it comes in a colour dark enough to match some of the other stuff. So maybe that's why we opted for the gold option here. Not 100% certain about having this like right in the middle. But I suppose it'd definitely look empty without it. Can I actually... Oh, I can actually sit on the toilet. Okay. Good to know. Hyacinth lamp is also a little bit out of place, along with the little stool. Little touches of blue in there that look a little tiny bit out of place. Maybe need a couple more touches of blue to really nail it home that it belongs there. Okay. Now we've shifted to a completely different vibe. And we're having a party, getting some use out of these gyroids as they all absolutely pop off. We've got the outdoor piano indoors, which is fine because it's more fun and more interesting. This is a piece I have yet to see before. Oh, it's like a theremin situation. Interesting. I like that we've gone skull wall and flooring in here, because I think without that, I think if you'd gone like club wall and flooring, it would have been more party. Like the skull wall and flooring feels more like, I don't know if anybody's ever been to a recording studio that you can rent out. I'm not saying that I've released any music of any kind, but I've worked with and know a few people who have released some things in their time. Whether they be more popular or not is their own business. But it means that I have spent some time in a couple of recording studios of various different kinds. And one of them had very much this kind of vibe. It was very much like a... I don't know, like... geared towards rock and metal bands, I guess. And this kind of gives me the same vibe that that place did. Clearly like a music lover's place. It was really nice to be there, honestly. The people were absolutely lovely. Some of the nicest people I've come across in those kinds of situations. Okay, now we're going back to a similar vibe to the main room and some of the others. Keeping on with the antique homely style. We actually absolutely love the use of the moon carpet. It kind of, the moon rug looks almost stained, which makes it look used, which makes me love it more. We actually have like the odd touch with the lava lamp in the corner, and then to maybe tie that in a little bit more, we've actually got the standing lamp in the other corner, which has some like patterns on it, which are like blobs, almost like the lava lamp. I like that those two things tie together a little better. Sneaking a computer in here, as well as some of the other space stuff as well. We've got the stars up here, we've got the constellations poster. TV snuck in above the doorway. We've actually got like a leather jacket and boots. I feel like you and I would get on in a real life if that's your choice of apparel. Is leather jacket and boots. I feel like we would get along just fine. Because I own many pairs of boots and a couple of leather jackets. When I can get away with it, it is the way I prefer to dress. Although between work and other appointments for other things, when I need to go somewhere specific and you've got to be dressed a certain way, I don't get to dress that way very often any longer. Okay. And so down here we have a gyroid torture dungeon with our boy over here on the electric chair. Hooked up to some IV. And that one's been tested on over there in his cryo chamber, and there's dinosaur in this. There's all sorts of frightening things going on in this. Harley black leather. Ooh, okay. Okay. Here's the thing. I've got plenty of friends that are the biker type, let's say. I myself am a big baby back baby. And because of like my anxiety and what have you, I am terrified. I'd probably try it. I'd probably like get on the back of a motorbike with somebody that I loved and trusted. But I think I'd struggle with it far too much. Like, I don't even drive because I'm a scaredy cat. Okay. Let's check out behind the house. We've got a little fishing spot up here. We've got a pool out in the back. Okay, okay. And obviously this would be actually pretty nice and maybe a little bit more private than you give it bargain for, because let's face it, who's really paying attention to what's going on up here? We got our shower situation for when you're getting out of the pool. okay. Some simple situations going on the beach. Oh, we got a fishing market going on over here, which honestly, it annoys me that Captain's boat isn't visible on the Dream Islands, because I feel like this is decorated with Captain's boat in mind, but it's not there on a Dream Island, and that makes me a little bit sad. But absolutely love the fish market. Honestly, kind of miss my fish market from my old island. Here's the thing, if I had known the way things were gonna go with 2.0 update, I might not have reset my island, and I might have instead updated it, then saved a dream address, and then reset. But that's the thing, I didn't know what was gonna go on, so we've got a volleyball situation. And another little chill area. Keeping it pretty simple on the beaches for the most part. But there's nothing wrong with that. Simple yet effective. We got a bunch of scooters and a skateboard, surfboard. So this is like a sporty area. This is active. Yeah, an empty boat at least, honestly. This island was half done. Yeah, honestly. Love the fact that there are some gyroids in with this giant clam. Because I always thought, why is the giant clam's tank that big? And now we know why. Okay, so this is clearly like a shop of some description. We're buying like scuba gear, maybe some bait and tackle situation for the fishing nearby. Okay. Let's take a look around. Yeah, I think even if Cap'n isn't there himself, I think there should at least be an empty boat there. Okay, so we've got some sports situation going on. Got climbing wall with the race floor and a couple of other bits and pieces. Got wrestling gear, baseball gear, football gear, paintball. We've got like the whole wide range of different sports represented here. Nice, good mix, and their own little table to take inventory of what somebody wants to order. If you want a special order in, let's see what's in the back. Is this going to be like stock room, or is this going to be another different area? Did not see this one coming. Okay, so we've got a winter area. So we've got a dress in the back, very much like Frozen, which I don't know if I've ever actually seen that dress before, but I don't know. Maybe, possibly, probably not. So we've got all different winter clothing, some skiing options. We've got the sledge in the middle. Keeping it nice and cozy, like kind of festive without going too far. Like you've just got like the tree, and then otherwise it's more less Christmas and more just seasonal. Okay, so we've got seasonal situation going on over there. I haven't even decorated my other characters' houses. I haven't even decorated my main character's house. I think I'll probably do the other accounts, the other characters that I created. I'll probably decorate their stuff first. Like, they're all dressed the way they should be dressed. That's something that I've done. I just haven't decorated their houses. And that's probably something I'll do before I've done even the majority of the island, because I know what they're supposed to be. Whereas the reason I'm struggling with decorating my island currently is I'm struggling to figure out what the layout should be. Okay, so we have some like outdoorsy camping, hiking situation going on. So we've got some outdoor stuff. We got some safari situations, some hiking shoes, shorts. Got some camo and other situations, maybe for like hunting and things like that. We've got a cycling outfit. Some golf situations, some camping options. Got a good variety. Okay, okay. Reminds me of a man cave. I don't know, no part of this has reminded me of a man cave yet. It's like very clearly like a department store situation. Okay. So up here is much more of a different fashion. Like, this isn't like a specific theme. Maybe a little bit more high end than some of the other stuff. A lot of the other stuff has been sports or outdoors, activities related. This is more just general. Like, we've got some smart options, some casual options, some summery, some more wintry. Okay, okay. Woman cave. That's the thing. Why is that not a thing? Hi, Twilight. Why is a man cave a thing, but a woman cave is not? Okay. So down here, I was going to say we've got the sweatshop, but that's quite clearly not what's going on here. This isn't where the all of these clothes are being made. Bargain basement. Okay. I was going to say this kind of feels like the bric-a-brac section of a like charity shop. What the Americans call them? Thrift shop? Thrift store, I guess you would call them. Not shop. But we would call them a charity shop where I'm from. And that's kind of what this feels like to me. Like, this is selling people's old board games and stuff. I like this. This is pretty darn cute. House is practically all mine. Husband has the garage. Well, to be fair, the way my house is, well, my apartment, I should say, is it's all mine and nobody else lives here. So it's just all mine. Ladies who lunch. You think men don't go to lunch with their pals? Because here's the thing, of the female and male friends that I have, I feel like the men go out together far more often than the women. Whether it be for lunch or dinner or drinks or whatever. Usually it's they leave the missus at home to look after the kids and go off. I'm gonna say gallivanting, even though that's probably implying things that aren't going on, but I feel like most of the girls that I know do not have time to do ladies that lunch. Okay, keeping it simple with the beaches. Got a volcano moment going on over here, dang. I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding what you mean by ladies who lunch, because I'm just thinking that as, okay, there are a group of ladies that go out to lunch, but literally anybody can do that, and that's not like a club or exclusive thing. Whereas a gentleman's club, well, let's not talk about a gentleman's club because although I've been to a few in my lifetime with well, not family, but friends. In fact, I may have been with like a cousin at one point. You know, things happen, but definitely not the same at least I hope it's not the same thing. Otherwise I'm concerned about the conversation we're having. Okay. So this is where the gyroids actually live. They've got their own little town down here. And the whole train system and everything. Hi Axolotl, welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Okay. All of these like little campy areas. Interesting. Just wait a minute. What is actually back here? Is this like the moment where earlier I should have asked them to take me to their leader and this is their leader? It's getting blocked. Wait. Nothing's getting blocked. I can see perfectly fine. Okay, we've got another like outdoorsy campy kind of situation with some fish and stuff like that. Okay, I like how this is tucked away in amongst all of these other things. And even though like the colouring and style of this house is a little different, like you've added in touches that are a combination of the two to blend it in. We're here for that. Where's... because the other bird is here somewhere. Ah, this ramp here is a little bit tucked away. Almost didn't see that. So this is the other eagle. He's got his own little situation going on down here. Simple little farm moment. Okay. He's got a little bit more of a neutral house. We have museum, which I don't know if we'd call it bells and whistles, but it definitely has its own vibe going on with the statuettes. It's got some like some Japanese touches going on. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And it comes like full circle all the way around this path. Okay. So what's over here? I like this. Like, kind of hidden, sunken behind this bit of cliff as well. All looking a bit rough and ready. But honestly, that just makes it better. I didn't know... Is this 2 items? What's happening here? Because I know you can get the sword, but I hadn't seen a variation of it stabbing through this map. And there's a path in front of the museum. Okay. And you've got like a little bit here to show me that there's a ladder there. I am Jaws. It's 1 item. I was going to say, if this is a glitch... Okay, and we've got a pipe here. I don't think I'm going to go in the pipe because that's going to confuse me as to where I am and where I've been. Okay. We're doing a heckin' wonder. Let me... So this here... Like, there is some stuff here. But it's not quite as decorated as some of the other spaces. Like, maybe it's giving to something that's in front of it that I can't see at the moment. But it feels like this little spot over here is missing something. Okay, we got something going on down here. Oh, that you get to from the secret beach. Okay, okay. I mean, I do have a ladder on me, but I don't think there'll be anywhere to actually... Can I climb down here? No. And we've got another one of those building moments. And we've got the Chrissy and Francine moment going on down here. Although, I can hear the music and it's not Bubblegum KK. Maybe a little bit disappointed in that, considering they are indeed the pop stars, the singers of Bubblegum KK. Quick run before they notice. Okay, we've got Tiki Bar moment going on. Excuse me, sir. Shush. Yeah, who doesn't love a good whoopee cushion right next to the fire pit? I know I do. Okay, so this is the actual campsite. After all of the kids' tents, the actual campsite is like a tiki bar situation with the infinity pool going on down the back. Okay, okay. Gotta avoid those gnomes now. Okay. This horse is chomping on some carrots. I don't even know where I am anymore. Like, I've probably missed so many things. Got a bobble machine hidden under there. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know where I am now. Or is this another one? Wait a minute. This is another one. I thought I knew where I was, and I don't. Okay. So a slightly different variation. Totally lost. Okay, so we've got a drive-in cinema. I like that there's a construction sign on this beach where you've clearly stored some flowers. But we still have some decoration going on this rock, which doesn't look amiss. And some other construction bits and pieces down here too. Ooh, there's more bells here. Quick, steal them. Run! Okay. Nice little chill beach here. I like these. I want one of these in my house. Okay, we got a shell moment. A real shell moment. Using the back of the shell bed. I actually really like that because I feel like unless you're doing an indoor situation, it's not really something that really gets used cohesively in an outdoor moment. So I like the use of the back of the shell bed. Okay. A little lookout area, and then this beach is the bare one. Okay. I feel like I have gone past so many things. You're heading out? Sorry to see you go. Bye, Gary. Have a great rest of your day, though. Okay. A little seating area over here. Another pergola moment. Coming back onto the resident services. There's actually a little cafe back here. Oh, this is a balloon that somebody shot, that you've shot down. I did that on one of my dream addresses as well. Ah, that's what I've missed. The actual way you're supposed to go to get to the museum. Which I assume is this signpost here. Telling me to go over here, maybe? Interesting rock garden. Hold up, this is an interesting area. Now that is quite something. This is quite the view. Oh, these ladders. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. wonder if the gnomes can see me from here. There's one of your other character wandering around. Interesting. I would have absolutely never have thought to do something like this. In fact, this makes my brain feel very small. Gonna take a wander on the train tracks. Oh, somebody left the chainsaw on. Can I turn it off? No, game will not let me. Okay, and this is... the next to the campsite that we saw before, where I thought I knew where I was and really deeply did not. And this is clearly under construction. Hello, the store is open. Okay, I'm gonna shove you out of the way a little bit. Thank you. Oh, we did come down here. Did I come down this way? Ah, yes, I did. I came down this way. I just didn't think to venture the other direction, I guess. Well, it's safe to say this island is one to get me very lost. Sir? I'm not sure what you think you're doing, but I'm gonna peacefully wander off and pretend like I didn't see that. I promise I won't report it to anybody. I don't want no trouble. Okay, so let's go find the front of the museum. Gotta be somewhere. So if I go... I'm lost. This way? Oh, we have a dinosaur moment, so I think I'm heading in the right direction. Ah, yes, 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 I see it. I see it. Ooh, and we have a hand played in the chat. Let's grab an exclamation mark page. Although I'm sure everybody already knows who Pange is, but anybody that doesn't. How did I miss this whole dinosaur the last time? Wild. What else am I missing? Because I feel like I've seen a lot, but I also feel like I've missed a lot. Or have we seen almost everything? Unclear. Unsure. I feel like this is becoming a standard now for you, Pange. But I think it's usually actually J Large that outs you as having me up on the TV. Got it all. Did the whole island. Best toy you gave. Honestly, this might be the best tour, because this island, although there are clearly some parts that are a little less done, a little less completed, this island is amazing. It's a lot to take in, but it's amazing nonetheless. Let me move my snacks because we got a raid coming in. I can see a mums. So let's slam that mums in there. Do I have a link for Thistle? Maybe. Possibly maybe. Somewhere. Do I? I know I don't think I have a command for Thistle. Gonna go and have to grab a link. Okay, let's do the FBI open up raid. Love that. So let's check out and see who we've got coming in first. So we've got Mum's Crossing. We got iGhosty. We've got Avery. Got Indigo chilling up in here. Got Charlie B. Who else have we got coming in? We've got Mitchell. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. You're coming in off of the raid. At the moment, we are on Jones Island, and we're doing some tours. I think I put my link on pause while we were touring this island because I got thoroughly lost. But let me open that back up so we can have it active, so we can get maybe one or two more on here, because we're finishing this one up now. I'm not even gonna try and find my way back to to the bed to wake up. So I think the other one that I have available to me now is Gray. Oh, I've been saying Gary earlier. I've been reading it wrong. I've been saying Gary, but it's actually Gray. Is Gray still here? I'm pretty sure they said goodbye. It has gone dark in the time that we have been doing this. Thank you for subscribing, Charlie. We appreciate you. Yeah. Wait, no. Gary said bye. But my island tour form says Gray. So maybe there was a spelling error going on here. So is Gary still here? Love your username so much. The username is Sazmataz. Razmataz, pretty close, but not quite. So let's hop out of bed and hop back in. So it doesn't look like this person is still here. So let's take a refresh and see if we've got another response. This one can be removed for now. Why? Okay. Every time I stream, I get messages. All of the messages. So we've got nobody coming in. Come on, we can do one more. Should we go for another surprise? Whoa, what's my mobile doing right now? Let's deactivate this and maybe grab another surprise. So let's unpin this. And we're gonna go back to sleep and we're gonna go. So we started off with a surprise and we're gonna end up with a surprise. An additional roasting mode, which you'll roast your island as hard as you can. I'm glad you you enjoyed yourself and appreciated it, Sean. Honestly, I was concerned about hurting some feelings, maybe. But I'm glad to see that it went down well nonetheless. I need to finish my coffee before it goes cold, even though it's decaf, so it barely counts as coffee, but these things happen. I've actually deactivated the form for the time being, and this is going to be my last tour, so this one's going to be a surprise, because I've been sat here for 3 hours, and the entire time, well, not the entire time, but about an hour in, I started receiving some news from a friend that needs addressing at some point, but I figured I'd at least give a decent amount of attention to you guys, but I will have to go and address that at some point. As well as eating something. Okay, so we're in Endless. You've been like 5 minutes behind this whole time. Dang, I mean that's probably a YouTube error. It does that sometimes when it's struggling to load. It's an interesting flag. I couldn't tell you what it's supposed to be. Kind of looks like a flaming comet flying through the atmosphere or something. So we've got no codes posted on this one. This one has a bunch of characters. So wait a minute. We've got Happer, Kai, Topper, and Ruby and Dar. Chief, Big Top, Lionel, Aurora, Truffles, Poncho, Del, Ribot, Ursula, and Fauna. So we got a good mix of characters, a couple of which I love. Love me some Chief. Fauna's not bad, Ribot's not bad, Aurora's not bad, Poncho's not bad. And then you've got some characters that maybe I'd consider under certain circumstances. And then you've got Truffles. Which, not it for me, personally. But, you know, might fit the island theme. So I think I've got to go down and to the right and then go left to get to the airport by the look of this. So I've got to go across this bridge. And this way we have a yellow airport. Oh, it turns out I didn't have to go that way. I thought this was blocked off, but that's okay. We have a character down here. And with this many characters, they're probably all going to have a standard saying. We have a collection of codes out on the beach. And a collection of plants as well. Okay, maybe they're put out for design purposes. You know when you need to visually see something when you're placing things? You have like an area where you have everything placed and you just go and grab something and you're there like, I think these would look good. I do occasionally decorate like that. Oh, Pange going back to being a lurky turkey. Okay. So we have a nice little entrance area, somewhat obscuring the resident services without actively trying to hide it. We love an angled bridge moment, and we love a Zen bridge moment. We have some artwork displayed out here. I like the shops being fairly close to the entrance. I think something went a little bit awry with this pathing. Oh, it's because there's a piece of in-game path underneath there. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, and it's stopped suddenly here as well, so pathing not this island isn't quite done. Have a Halloween situation here, and actually this must have been saved around that kind of time. Grass is still green here. Grass is still green, so it hasn't even hit like the autumn colours on this situation yet, let alone winter. And I haven't seen any 2.0 things yet, so I'd say this is pre-November. Okay, so we got a lot of flower spread and a bunch of pretty bare beach. Got a nice shiny shell moment up in the back here, hidden all the way in the back. Could have done with putting that closer to the front, decorate front to back. What people are gonna see more of, honestly. Got a bunch of stuff out on the floor. Clearly this was a space being cleared out at the time. Maybe to create an area. There's a bunch of like random displays of things. Okay. So we have a moment here where they've probably had a path going on here at some point, and then they've written over the codes with other things, and it's created this. Okay, we have a little Zen space thing going on. Is this where all of their houses are all across the back? I'm actually not going to tour inside the houses because A, they have a lot of houses and that is a lot of loading screens. A lot of patchy path here as well. A couple of these houses are the little itty bitty ones as well. All of my additional accounts have the tiny, just first upgrade home. Haven't quite decided whether any of them are actually going to have a full-sized home. Okay, let's take a look over this way. What's behind this tree? The music player. So wait a minute, they've tried to hide this music player so that they have the music playing, but they've done it in the middle of a path, which is a no from me. Just leaving bunches of absolutely everything everywhere. I have a feeling that a lot of this decoration isn't done with too much purpose. Like, they've got a path, which is nice. It gives it a little bit of flow. They've definitely got like a designated area for all of their, well, not all of them, but most of their villagers and their own homes. So we've got like a little village space, walled off area over here with a campsite and a bunch of trees. Is this like where they filmed the advertisement with that bear? Only you can prevent forest fires. Yes, Yes, I can, by putting out this fire. Yeah, I'm wondering if the reason why parts of this island are a little bit more chaotic and some parts look decorated is that maybe this isn't an island that belongs to one person that has a bunch of accounts because they wanted to decorate houses or they wanted to get stuff quicker or what have you. I'm wondering whether this is an island shared between 2 or more people, and that's why some areas are like more decorated and very obviously purposeful, whereas some are a little bit messier and a little bit more nonsensical. So I'm wondering if there's like a bit of back and forth between some of the characters. Because I feel like this person is living separately from all of these others. So I'd say these 4 may be one person using all of these accounts, and then this is their like their sibling. And that's why there's like haphazard villager situation going on as well. Because some of them are one siblings villagers that they wanted. That's what it feels like on this island. You can feel the separation. I need to call my sister. Honestly, I could probably do with calling my sister at some point. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. We've got some nice little spaces going on here. It's almost a shame that this is a shared island because you can see that at least one of these characters is really trying to create a good looking space. But I feel like they're fighting against a sibling that's trying to trash the place with all of the stuff that's shaken and what have you, and they're like, you know what, I'm not just gonna clean up everything all the time. And honestly, it's kind of a mood. I hope this person got their own Switch for Christmas so that they don't have to share anymore. Hold up. Who just subscribed? Was that an Ellie Builds subscription? It seems that way. I have a thing for Ellie, don't I? Don't I? Well, we can try it and find out. Ellie. I never found Thistle's link, did I? I'm a nightmare. Did Thistle actually... Yes, they did. They did turn up. I was like waiting for the name because I couldn't remember whether it was plus or please. I am subscribed to Thistle. Why couldn't I find them earlier? I'm a nightmare. I'm a nightmare. Let's drop this link in here as well. And while I'm thinking of that, I can go in here and add this one. This one. Okay. Okay. So we got that all set up for next time. thistle or their raiders stop by. So I think we are gonna wake up now. Not too much. Well, there is a lot going on this island, but I feel like it's not meeting the vibe right now. And in the time that I have been streaming, it has gone dark. So this was like a daylight lit room originally, but it is no longer. Let's wake up and go into the other room where there's a little bit more noise, so it's not absolute silence. While we do some outro bits and pieces, while I'm also clicking on things to try and see if there's somewhere for us to raid. Okay, so thank you ever so much to everybody who joined us today. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. Thank you for the 21 likes on the stream. Gosh, I don't know what I did to deserve that, but thank you very much. As always, link for Discord is down in the description. If you're 13 years or older, feel free to join us over there. It's probably the better way to find out when I go live, because we all know what YouTube notifications are like sometimes. And let's see, we have Pokemon. And that's basically all I'm seeing right now. Everybody's playing Pokemon. So I'm probably gonna leave the raid for today, which is perfectly fine. I've already thanked for the likes and everything. I also do art over here, so there is a link in the description for a little like timeline of some art stuff that I've posted. There is also a gallery over on the Discord if you're into that kind of stuff. All of my streams are split into playlists so that they're easy to find if you're looking for something specific, something to binge, something to sleep to, whatever floats your boat. We got you sorted. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye bye.